on the right-hand side, you're gonna see the okapi. Now, another okapi looks like it would be related to the zebra, but it's actually related to the giraffe because of its long prehensile tongue that it uses to grab onto grass. Alright, also over to the right-hand side down there, we do have the saddle-billed stork. And the saddle-billed stork has a wingspan of 9 feet. That's the size of this canopy. Looking for some animals. Alright, if you look back in this back corner over here, they're kind of hidden away, but those are the bongos. Now the bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they're rarely seen. So this is a real treat for you guys. Now we're going to be living in the little Estuary Forest, and we're going to be heading into the Safi River. Now the Safi River is home to animals that live in a more aquatic ecosystem. Alright, if we go to the left-hand side, you're going to see the pink-backed pelican. The pink-backed pelican gets its name because during mating season, its back turns a light pink color, kind of like it's blushing. Alright, as we come over this bridge, I will ask you to please remain seated. But if you look over to the left-hand side, you are going to see the Nile crocodile. Now, the Nile crocodile is the largest species of crocodilian in Africa. The average male is 16 feet long.
Oh my god.
Alright, my friends, we are going to be leaving the Safi River and we're going to be heading into the West Savannah. But before we go into the West Savannah, I'd like to introduce you to the star of the show, the beautiful and lovely baobab tree. Now the baobab tree stays leafless for 9 months and actually stores water in the trunk. So animals will come and rip the bark off and put their tusk into the trunk and drink the water. This is why it's called the tree of life. Alright, coming up on the right-hand side, we do have the ankle-leaf cattle. Now, I know those horns look like they would be heavy, but they actually have a honeycomb center to them. That's where their blood circulates through to help cool them down.
Se le debe pesar.
Also coming up on our right hand side, we do have the Patterson's eland. The Patterson's eland is the largest antelope. And if you look up there on that left hand side, you are going to see the spotted hyenas. Now the spotted hyenas, this is where the females outrank the males. So the lowest ranking female is actually higher than the highest ranking male.
Girl boss. Look at that. Wow.
Alright, over to the left hand side, we do have the wildebeest. Now the wildebeest can stand and walk 15 minutes after being born. Now a group of wildebeest is actually called a confusion. And they are the largest migrating animals, so they can migrate up to 1.5 million. Right now we are going to be passing some termite mounts. These termite mounts, the larger animals will use them as scratching posts, and when they dwindle down, the smaller animals will use them as outlooks. If you look over to our right hand side as we're coming up, you are going to see the Messiah giraffe. Now, the Messiah giraffe can get up to 18 to 20 feet tall, and when they are born, they are 6 foot. Now, the Messiahs have more of an edge pattern to them, and each pattern is unique to each giraffe, kind of like a fingerprint is unique to each human. One thing you notice about the savannah that's different from the other areas we visited, it's more open. That's because the animals that live here rely on their speed to get away. So they need less obstacles in the way. And over on our right hand side as we're coming up, you are going to see the Hartman's Mountain zebra. Now the Hartman's Mountain zebra have a thing that's called a dewlap that's underneath their neck. That's where their blood circulates through to help cool them down. The way you can tell the zebra is black with white stripes, or white with black stripes, is the color of their nose. So these zebras are black nosed, so they are black with white stripes. Now back there in the right hand side as well, we do have the springbok. Now springbok get their name because when they run, they do a little hop motion, kind of like a spring. They can jump up to 6 feet, so if you're under 6 foot, they'll jump right over you. Alright, as we're coming up here, if you're going to look over to the left-hand side for me, as we're coming up here, you will see the elephant. Now the elephant flap their ears is a little cooling motion. It's kind of like a little personal fan for them. Now the way you can tell the difference between the male and the female is the females are usually with the rest of the herd and the males are usually by themselves. Now the elephants with their sand and dirt on their back to create a natural sunscreen because their skin is so sensitive. Alright, coming up on our left hand side, we do have the greater flamingo. Now the greater flamingo, when they are born, they are this gray kind of color. And they'll eat stuff in high beta carotene like shrimp. And that's actually how they get their pink color, is from what they eat. If you even look at the island they're on a hidden Mickey.
Oh, hidden Mickey.
shape.
Alright, my friends, we are now heading into the East Savannah.
Para que se me la prende. Para que la vida lo dijeron de la prende para carga. Para que los animales no se pasen.
Yeah, I thought it was stuff like that.
Alright, my friends, we're passing the mud pit. And the mud pit, the white rhinos will roll around in this. And they'll create a natural bug spray and sunscreen because their skin, just like the elephants, is super sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, if you look up on that left-hand side up there, you are going to see the cheetah. Now, the cheetah can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. They use their tail to change direction when they are running. And underneath their eyes, they have these black little teardrops, kind of like what football players have underneath their eyes, to help protect their eyes from getting the sun reflecting in them. Alright, and as we come up on our left-hand side, up there near that tree, you're going to see the lion. Now the lion can rest from 16 to 20 hours a day. Now the males will usually stay with the cubs at night, and then the females will go out and do all the hunting. Now when a lion roars, you can actually hear their roar 5 miles away.
Tip for the dog. Do the roar. Do the roar. You can tell who's he's gonna do a little show, okay.
Alright, over to the right hand side, we do have the white rhinos over here. Now, like I was telling you, the difference, they roll around in that mud pit because they have that sensitive skin, but they also have a wider lip shape. And the Afrikaans word for them was actually white rhinos, which meant wide rhinos. If you look on the left-hand side back there near that tree, you're going to see the warthog. Now, the warthog is the largest burrowing animal, and there's actually one in this burrow down here as well. Now, they reuse burrows that other animals have already dug up, and they're actually very fast. They can go up to 35 miles an hour. And there's our friends, the white rhinos here on the right-hand side. If you look further, that back corner on the right-hand side, you're also going to see the ostrich. Now, even though the ostrich is a bird, it actually can't fly. It uses its wings to change direction when it's running. Now, folks, we will be heading into Magadi Glen, and Magadi Glen is home to the warden. I need to stop at the warden's office just to get a few more supplies for my next safari. So we'll see where the warden is at today.
వెళ్ళిపోద్ది అందులో. చాలా చోట్ల ఉంటాయి, కాలేజెస్ యూనివర్సిటీస్ దగ్గర కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఈ మన ఇండియాలో రోజు వస్తుంటాయి కదా, లోపలికి రావు భయపడతాయి.
It looks like the wardens are on their porch today, so let's go say hi. There they are. So these are the Nigerian dwarf goat. Now I know they look small, but that's actually adult size. Now the Nigerian dwarf goat are actually used for dairy production. And because they take up such little room in the wild, there is more room out there for more wildlife. Alright, my friends, we've reached the outskirts of the village. I do hope you enjoyed your time here in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Remember, no matter where you live, you can always go explore the outdoors and help protect natural habitats around you. You can even create habitats in your own backyard, so you could build a bird feeder, put out a bird bath, plant native trees and flowers that birds and butterflies would like. If you'd like, you can also donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. So if you go to any of the merchandise here in Animal Kingdom and round up your total, 100% of the proceeds will go towards the Conservation Fund to help the animals you saw today. Thank you for joining us on the Kilimanjaro Safari. If you're interested in any other up-close animal encounters, I suggest the Rebel Falls Exploration Trail. There's also the Disney Planet Watch. The last train today is at 4:30. My name is Mackenzie. It's an absolute pleasure being your safari guide as I sit here in Animal Kingdom. Go wild. Now, my friends, I will be taking you to the unloading dock. Make sure you have everything with you that you brought on the truck. If you want to, I would also recommend checking out the Disney Plus series behind the scenes of Animal Kingdom. You'll get to know the animals you saw today a little bit better. Do I have any wilderness explorers on my truck? Any wilderness explorers at all? Okay, I want to make sure you guys get your badges.